So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players.
J.J. Redick was screaming at him from the sidelines. A G League coach shoved him until he walked off mid-game. Stephen A. Smith called him unready. Then LeBron James confronted him courtside. This is Bronny James, and the footage just went viral. Some moments in sports go beyond the scoreboard. They expose pressure, expectation, and the brutal reality of earning your place. This was one of those moments. The clip exploded online and forced fans to ask a hard question. Is Bronny James really ready for the NBA? Bronny was drafted 55th overall by the Los Angeles Lakers in 2024, and the backlash started immediately. Being LeBron James' son meant he entered the league carrying a weight no rookie ever has. He was not just a player, he was a symbol. By late 2025, the numbers told a rough story. 10 NBA games, just over 2 points per game, poor shooting percentages, struggling to adjust in a league that shows no mercy. Critics said he did not look NBA ready, and the stats backed him up. What made everything worse was the contract. A 4-year, $7.9 million fully guaranteed deal, something almost unheard of for a late second-round pick. Most players in that spot fight for two-way contracts. Bronny got security, and everyone knew why. Reports claimed Rich Paul warned teams away, steering Bronny to the Lakers so LeBron could play with his son. Fair or not, that decision put Bronny under a microscope. Every mistake magnified, every struggle filmed. And now, with this footage going viral, the pressure is louder than ever. This is no longer about potential. It is about survival in the harshest league on earth.
Went to the sideline with his injury. Luka's in pretty deep, kicks it into the corner. Bronny getting the start tonight. Has seen plenty of action.
The first clip that completely blew up online came during a Lakers game when head coach J.J. Redick was caught on camera losing his patience with Bronny James. The moment happened after Bronny passed up a wide-open shot, something coaches hate, especially in a system built on quick decisions. Redick has been preaching his 0.5 mentality, meaning players must act within half a second. Shoot, pass, or drive. No hesitation. And when Bronny hesitated, Redick snapped. According to reports, he yelled, "Bronny, you have to shoot the ball," his frustration spilling out in full view of the cameras. That night, Bronny played 10 minutes and took just 2 shots. 2, for any young player trying to survive in the NBA. That level of passiveness is alarming. It sends a message that confidence is missing. And in this league, hesitation can end careers fast. The clip spread instantly. Thousands of views within hours. Memes, debates, and hot takes flooded social media. Some fans praised Redick for holding Bronny accountable, saying this is how stars are built. Others felt it crossed the line, arguing that publicly barking at a struggling 21-year-old only adds pressure to someone already carrying the heaviest last name in basketball. And just like that, one moment turned into another chapter of the Bronny James debate.
Do that with nobody else.
I feel you.
If this was not LeBron James' son, the Lakers would not take the time to build with him and invest the time and the resources that they're doing if this wasn't LeBron James' son. Yeah. They're only doing this out of nepotism.
Charleston White, a figure known for saying exactly what others avoid, cut straight through the noise and framed the nepotism debate in the harshest, most blunt way possible.
Bronny James going to the NBA. He only averaged 4 points a game in college. He got a guaranteed contract for $7 million as a rookie, which is not heard of. You don't think that's taking food out of somebody else's plate? He didn't earn it.
Bronny's freshman year at USC was, by any honest standard, underwhelming. He averaged just 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game while shooting 36.6% from the field across 25 games. For almost any other player, declaring for the NBA draft after a season like that would have meant going undrafted. Full stop. But everyone knows that is not how this story played out. After the J.J. Redick sideline blow-up, Bronny faced reporters with a level of calm that surprised a lot of people. He admitted he needed to improve off the ball and said he appreciated the tough love, explaining that he had to shoot when open and find ways to be effective without dominating possessions. For a moment, the numbers backed him up. On November 22, 2025, back in the G League, he put together his best performance of the season with 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals in a win over Santa Cruz. But that momentum did not last. In December 2025, new footage surfaced from a South Bay Lakers game showing Bronny in a heated exchange with a G League coach. The argument escalated. Tension was obvious. And then came the moment that stunned everyone. Bronny walked off the court mid-exchange. The video went viral instantly. His stat line that night only made it worse. 10 points on 4 of 12 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3, 1 assist, and 4 turnovers. For critics, it was not just another bad game, it was another moment that raised the same uncomfortable question. Is Bronny James ready for this stage, or is the pressure finally showing cracks?
So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players. Bronny need to be a high school assistant basketball coach or a PE teacher somewhere. But he ain't good enough to play in no more league.
Before going any further, one thing needs to be clear. There was no physical altercation. This was not a fight in the traditional sense. No punches, no contact, just words. But those verbal exchanges, caught on camera for the entire world to see, shifted the conversation around Bronny James in a serious way. On social media platforms like X, fans tore into JJ Redick's approach. Some defended it as the kind of tough coaching every young player needs, while others said it crossed a line given Bronny's age and situation. The clip reignited the nepotism debate almost instantly. Critics questioned whether Bronny's opportunities are earned or simply a result of his father's legacy. Former players like Kwame Brown and Chandler Parsons did not hold back. Brown said Bronny's NBA spot exists only because of LeBron, while Parsons called the draft pick embarrassing nepotism. And that is where this stops being just basketball. The nepotism debate refuses to fade. And now it has turned into something bigger, almost cultural. Still, there is another side that often gets ignored. Not everyone believes LeBron did something wrong. Some argue he did exactly what any father with power and influence would do: protect his son and open doors. That tension between privilege and opportunity is what makes this story impossible to escape.
But we think we do.
You just hit it on the head. Bronny James, it was a big debate about that, nepotism and getting it out the mud. A lot of people, majority of black people, we value getting it out of the mud instead of somebody in our family helping us, which happens all over, you know, corporate America, everywhere, sports, everywhere that we could think of, acting gigs. We see it everywhere.
ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski brushed aside the nepotism outrage without hesitation. He said it plainly. The NBA is already full of nepotism, from ownership to front offices to coaching staffs. And he is not wrong. The Buss family has controlled the Lakers since 1979. Danny Ainge's son, Austin, climbed his way into becoming president of the Utah Jazz. Mike Malone benefited early from the legacy of his father, a respected assistant coach who helped open doors for him. Josh Kroenke runs the Nuggets because his father, Stan Kroenke, owns the franchise. The Colangelo family has left its fingerprints across multiple NBA front offices for decades. So when people act shocked by Bronny James, it raises an uncomfortable question. Is this really about fairness, or is it about whose last name is under the microscope this time?
Hell with them other niggas who daddy ain't up at GameStop and can't get them no job, nigga. Shout out to Philly Dog. Yeah.
That's a great analogy. My dad, when I graduated high school, he got me and all my homies jobs at the GameStop warehouse.
Yeah. So homie,
and we didn't earn it.
But did y'all appreciate it?
Oh, of course.
Did it enhance some of y'all life?
Some cultural commentators have taken it even further, framing the Bronny situation as black nepotism used as a flex. Their argument is simple. Minority families rarely get access to the same generational privileges that systems have long reserved for powerful white families. From that perspective, LeBron helping his son is not scandalous at all. It is simply doing openly what wealthy white families have done quietly for decades, often without facing the same level of scrutiny or backlash.
Is it fair? No. But life ain't fair, young people. Homie, sometimes you can work hard and not go nowhere in life. Sometimes you can do everything right, work hard, follow all the rules, do everything, and still not get picked. Life ain't fair.
But one voice cut through all the noise and actually made people pause. That voice was Stephen A. Smith. Before getting into what he said, the context matters. In March 2025, LeBron James approached Stephen A. Smith courtside during a Lakers vs. Knicks game. He confronted him directly over his criticism of Bronny. The exchange was caught on camera, went viral almost instantly, and put Stephen A. in a position where he had to address it publicly. That moment shifted the entire conversation. It was no longer just media commentary. It became personal, public, and impossible to ignore.
I think one of the important things to bring up is what, excuse me, what you brought up in regards to the nepotism, because I don't want to hear it either, and I really appreciate and applaud you for bringing it up, because you hear people mumbling about that in the weeks and the days leading up to the draft. It is something that has permeated throughout the NBA for quite some time, okay, and on all levels, and no one has said anything. It's never been an issue that I can remember.
On December 31st, 2025, Bronny delivered what many considered a breakthrough in the G League. 20 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists against the Memphis Hustle. That's the kind of performance that sparks hope. The kind that makes you think maybe there's a legitimate NBA player buried beneath all the pressure and scrutiny. His strengths are clear defensive IQ, athleticism, ability to make plays in transition, and occasional flashes of aggression driving to the basket. His weaknesses are equally obvious: inconsistent shooting, 27.3% from 3, a low assist-to-turnover ratio, and being undersized for his position. And then there's the context everyone forgets.
Not rolling the dice, there was not enough data on it. It's like you have a cardiac arrest, it is over. We don't want this on our resume. They was not going back to perform the play. And he told me, he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest, it took me about 2.5 years to finally get back to just normalcy. Like my body, my mind, and he said when it happened to me, I was 23 years old. Bronny was 19 years old, and he's like, it's gonna take a little time, and I reason with that, but also he's doing things right now less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's because of his determination.
Arrest during USC practice due to a congenital heart defect, forcing surgery and making him miss half the college season. That's not a minor setback. Facing your own mortality at 19 and returning to high-level basketball takes extraordinary mental fortitude. In a rare March 2025 interview with The Athletic, Bronny acknowledged the nepotism conversation, saying, "I see everything. It fuels me a little bit."
LeBron ain't perfect, and I'm one of the first to point out his imperfections on the basketball court, of course, nowhere else. But let me tell you something. He's an all-time great. He's never cheated the game. And that brother works his tail off to improve all the time. Emulate Pops to the best of your ability, and you'll be just fine.
As long as his father remains one of the greatest players ever, as long as debates over nepotism and meritocracy rage, and as long as every moment of his career is captured, analyzed, and memed into oblivion, Bronny James will remain one of the most fascinating, frustrating, and fundamentally human stories in professional sports.
As a parent, what is any stronger? What pulls at you more than your children? I don't think anything. I don't think anything in the world matters to a parent more than their child. And so to go through a season with your son, I'm imagining no one's ever really, there's no blueprint for that. I don't know that anybody's ever done that. So there will be some amazing highs and there will be some lows.
At the end of the day, he's just a 21-year-old kid trying to figure out who he is, not as LeBron James' son, but as Bronny James, basketball player. Whether we'll let him do that remains to be seen.